Hey guys, it's time again for This Week at WeBuyHouses.com. I'm Dev Horn with
Mike Van Noort.
and it is a pleasure to be with you today on a
Even on a rainy
February day here in Texas. At least not snowing or freezing.
40 miles, we would have had an inch of ice. If you go
Oklahoma City
miles.
looks like they got pounded.
they got hammered. I was kind of hoping, honestly, for
that we would get some, so you wouldn't have to come to work.
Well,
It's always
that's
looking for
not
a
it.
reason
I mean,
not
that
to
just-
drive into the
Well,
I just can't get
the
up
winter
there.
can't make it, man.
Yeah. Anyway, let's. I think we've been a couple of weeks, but we've been
Yep.
real busy. We had
Very busy, man.
We had
Rocking.
a meeting this week on Tuesday, a company meeting with Jeremy Brent, our CEO. And if you missed that, just give us a call at the office and talk to me or Mike, and we can just give you an update on what that was about.
Good
It was
stuff.
good news, all
Yeah,
good news, everything going well.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to keep everybody in sync.
Up to date.
As we go forward, and so let's talk about some things. New markets. We got yet another new market.
We
buy houses.
actually several new markets. Stephen Green, Stephen is a partner of Ryan Henriker down in the Florida area, I think in Polk County, and
Lake
like I talked about previously, about a lot of our guys are expanding because they know if they don't expand, the territory can get sold. So Ryan had a friend and partner, and he's actually in Cheatham County, Robertson County, Rutherford County, Sumner County, and Wilson County.
In Tennessee.
Yeah, all those are in Tennessee.
So Middle Tennessee is around the Nashville market.
Yeah, it's a great, like a donut around that area.
That's kind of the north and east side, I think. But
it's
great, like
it's
Murfreesboro, Tennessee market.
It's going to be a great
Rutherford.
area, and but that's a prime example of our guys expanding and taking advantage of what little territories are.
Well, and
available.
once somebody gets in the system and they see how it works and they see how effective it is, they immediately start thinking, how do I scale this? And one of the ways you scale it is to go to additional counties around where you are, or to go to additional markets. And we've seen guys do both of those
and
things.
in fact, wasn't Stephen? Didn't he already have a lead like with less than a week from when you
Stephen,
is going?
we started his account up, and he got a lead within the first 24 hours just through the web. And he called the guy, and he was going out to buy the house.
Going out to less than a week. I mean,
said,
it's not
it always
common,
works
but it
that way.
happens.
First lead, first buy.
But
Usually
anyway,
doesn't work
also,
that
TJ is expanding, and TJ and Brooks are in
TJ Maurer.
Indianapolis, and they're expanding into Wayne County. He has a partner in Wayne County, the Detroit area. Maybe not in Detroit, but Wayne County. So there's another example of our guys that are expanding and growing, hopefully at the upcoming conference, talk
TJ
about
and Brooks
expanding,
have built an empire
They have,
inside
man.
of Webuy Houses,
Going
as
all over the
has
place.
Jack, as has Gabe and Matt.
Yeah, Matt, yep.
Were here yesterday. Gabe and Matt, you may remember, they started in Corpus, went to Dallas, Tarrant County in Texas, and now have gone.
Maricopa.
About to open Maricopa.
Big kahuna.
I believe that in territory size, they are the largest licensee in the system. But we now have several of you guys that, because of your expansion, like Chris Euler and Brent Herman down in Houston, some of the largest licensees in the system, Bob Shaw, so Paul, and in Salt Lake.
And it's only happening because they're crushing.
Every one of those people we just mentioned is multi-market,
yeah.
expanding, and really, basically, it just becomes more and more efficient and effective as you go to do it in more and more.
Well, I can
markets.
promise you, when Gabe started in Corpus Christi, I don't believe he fathomed owning, going in Dallas, Fort Worth, Maricopa.
Dallas, Fort Worth, and
just-
Phoenix are two of the hottest real estate markets in the country, and usually are. And so, you're right.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, what started in Corpus, it worked well for them right out the gate.
It worked really well.
And it gave them the resources to expand.
Yep.
And they were here yesterday, and we had another great meeting with them.
And that was something we were going to talk about, the one page.
We have a couple of
the
things going on marketing wise. We'll just tell you about. One of the things that Gabe and Matt wanted was, we now think about everything smartphone first. And what that means is that most of the interaction we're getting now with consumers, they are on their smartphones. If you went back about 3 years, they were more likely to be on a desktop or a tablet.
Yeah.
In 2018, about 70% now on a smartphone. So they've done like a Google search on a smartphone. And so, if they've done a Google search now, we use call extensions. They may call you right from the ad and never go to the landing page. However, if they did a Google search, they see the We Buy Houses ad and they click on it. That landing page, Gabe and Matt wanted it to be shorter because the thought is now with smartphones, if the form looks too long, they may not fill it out.
Right.
Now, with our landing pages, you can tap right at the top and call them right from the landing page.
And a lot of people are.
And a lot of people are. So you got to realize that now that over 60% of the contacts that come through AdWords and Google are phone calls.
It's incredible.
And this is because of this evolution.
Right. But that's fantastic because they're calling you.
It's
you get a chance to lock them on the phone immediately and get them off the internet.
I would always take a phone call over a web
God.
form. I mean, you get web forms and you call them right back and they don't answer. So it's like, the phone call's gold. But so the idea was our current form had, name, address, contact information, and then bedrooms and baths and how much do you want for the house and all that kind of stuff. The idea now is that you shrink that down to just really the contact info. Well, Chris Euler and Brent had come down in Houston, come to a similar conclusion, had already asked for that. So we had already done it. So I told Gabe that I programmed it myself. I can do that for you. Here it is.
Yeah.
But
anyway, I guess he'll know now that you did nothing. But,
I came back, I said to Josh and Tung, hey, Gabe wants this, and they were like, didn't we do that for Chris?
We've already done that.
Anyway, we forgot to tell you guys. That was kind of the thing, is that there's a button now if you go on the landing page, and we can do this for you if you don't want to mess something up or whatever. But now, in each landing page, when you go to edit the landing page, you can click on a little box and it will make the form short. And same thing with if they come off your city page. And again, it was Chris Euler and Brent that kind of wanted that because they were looking at it on the cell phone, and they said, if you go do a search of We Buy Houses Houston, Texas, we're at the top. They touch on it, and they come to the We Buy Houses /TX/Houston page, and then if you put in a zip code there, you go into the site to the cell form. Well, again, it had a lot of information. And I think back in the old days, people sitting at their desktop, they were likely to fill all that out.
Sure. Now,
and we do feel like now in the smartphone world, too fast paced. So they're going to call you. They're not going to call you. They're going to want to text you. And if they fill out the form, they're not going to want to fill out a long
no
form.
no doubt. So,
all that to say, we're working. Anytime we hear from you guys about things, we're thinking about this, but we're heavily influenced by what you guys are learning and seeing out in the market, and we're pretty responsive to your ideas. And then your ideas, the beauty of We Buy Houses is that we create something for one market, and now it is available to all 60 markets just like that. And that's just a beautiful thing, because all these guys aren't having to develop things. So second thing I want to talk about real quick is we're developing a new 15-second spot. This is being done in collaboration with a new licensee, Kirk Ely. Kirk is in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yep.
Kirk's background, he used TV a lot. He's an attorney and had a legal practice and did some sort of TV advertising for attorney services. He learned that it's all about saturation and frequency, and so this guy Kirk's rolling into Jacksonville, starts his TV in March. He's running 180 spots a month on all 4 networks, including local news on 2 of them, so ABC, NBC, CBS, and the CW. And so basically his idea was, man, I'm going to be running a lot of frequency, and if this starts working, I'm going to put more budget. And he said, I'd like to run a different spot, like alternate a spot. Well, we have a 30 and we have a 15. And so just struck us, hey, why not? Let's create another 15 and do it. Actually, we're going to do it. He'll be the first guy to get the new 15 because kind of his idea. But what we're going to do with the new 15 is it's going to emphasize 2 things. You're going to see in this new spot people using their smartphone to access We Buy Houses and their laptop. And then it's going to emphasize the easy way to sell today. Because what we're doing in 2018 with our marketing, we want to emphasize the easy way to sell today, as it is our new trademark phrase. But we're really trying to show that we are the easiest, most advanced, most savvy, most technologically connected company in this business. So if you want to call us, text us, fill out the form, whatever you want to do, you know,
Absolutely.
we our guys are accessible and professional and responsive to the needs of consumers, and through the systems that we provide that help them make those connections. So the new TV spot is coming, and then the last thing we're going to mention is that Mike is starting to do a new series on. It's basically a new series where this show is focused for our licensees, but we share it with anyone. He'll be doing a series on marketing that's focused more on the non-licensee or the prospect, those of you who aren't part of We Buy Houses, to kind of share some of our knowledge and thoughts. It will be targeted at the larger investor. So his series will be enjoyable to the licensee. You guys will like what he has to say. You'll see how our systems help do the things that he says. But for you guys who aren't licensees, I just want you to be aware that we got a 5-part series coming up. What is it? What are you calling the series?
Well, I guess, the first one that we're going to do is going to be talking about TOMA, which is top of mind awareness. And it's frequently used in advertising. But what I find is that, especially as cluttered as things are today, I mean, people are hit with an average, I read, of 3,000 messages a day, advertising. Wow. Radio, television, phone, right? It's like, how do you differentiate yourself and how do you achieve top of mind awareness? With We Buy Houses, you plug into it. We've already done it. Yeah. So the point is, you could either recreate it on your own, which could be several $100,000. You could plug into us, which is instantaneous. But if you're going to do it on your own, direct mail, let's use direct mail as an example. You want a message that is consistent, but also has the same look, the same feel. Because think about it. If you're trying to build a brand, and one week you mail a pink postcard, the next week you mail yellow, the next week you mail purple, it's like, you're trying. People don't know who you are. You're just another guy sending another card, and they throw it right in the trash. So if you're going to do it on your own, great, but at least be consistent and congruent in your market. It's really important. So we're going to get into some of that. We're going to get into a lot of, and also probably some sales psychology too.
Yeah, cool.
This is sales. So it'll be good.
And so, that's coming up, and you'll see those. We'll be using those videos in our outreach through our.
In fact, I'm even using my first one on TOMA because you know a little bit about that, so not do that. Yeah.
We'll do that. I've been playing around with branding for a little bit. In my career.
At least 50 years.
So let's see. I'm going to wrap on two things. Just a personal deal. I'm going to mention this that I have been working on this new blockchain application about registering property information on the blockchain. It's called PropBlocks. This is not an official We Buy Houses thing, but it's something an idea I had, and what I wanted to mention was I entered it into this Shark Tank like competition at the University of Texas at Arlington, which is where I went to school and where Tung went to school. And I have an undergraduate student in the College of Engineering out there that's on my team. And so tomorrow night we are in a Shark Tank competition with this idea, and the idea is, storing property information in blockchain on the blockchain and accessing it through blockchain applications. And I won't go into that, but it's just a neat thing that we got selected to compete.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to it. If you guys throw some good vibes my way tomorrow night, I'll be on stage.
And I was going to wear my shirt, but he took it back yesterday. So he gave me the shirt and took it back.
Gotta give him away.
So
anyway, so that's a cool thing, just sideline thing I was working on. Just it's kind of neat that we got got on this thing. Maybe I'll have a video of that coming up.
You might win it all.
We are actually thinking about those kinds of topics at We Buy Houses. Jeremy and I were talking about starting to talk about some of the future technology things, particularly around blockchain and things like that. Not so much this whole cryptocurrency thing, but just how does blockchain technology help us? How will it be used in the real estate industry? And we've actually had, we've got some work done in that area. That's kind of
it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's here to stay.
So it will become a more relevant topic over time, I think. When we launch the We Buy Houses token, or we want our own coin. right?
Well, look,
It'd be worth $1 million.
you were making fun of
For the
dog.
moon.
You were making fun of Dogcoin, and I
Yeah.
read an article how it's actually becoming.
It's become a thing.
Did you see
The
that?
dog coins is the first thing that we mined when we started.
Yeah,
mining
it's just funny.
4 years ago or
You know,
something.
you never know. Anyway,
Anyway,
I think
enough of that
that's-
stuff. So I think that is it. We just want to remind you,
Yeah.
the
Oh, the
first
seminar
deadline
conference.
on the April conference passed. The price just went up $100, but it did go up $100. But and then it'll go up one more time before it's over. So there's 3 stages of
registered.
sign up. This stage we're in ends on
Yeah.
March the 2nd. So we'll be reminding you guys on the Facebook group and through email to sign up for the April conference. Do it before March the 2nd,
Right.
and you'll get the discount off the full price.
Now, for those of you watching that are not a We Buy Houses licensee and you're asking, boy, I'd love to be at that conference, can I come? No, under one condition. You become a We Buy Houses
Yeah, there you go.
licensee. If you become a We Buy, and actually we've
We'll
had
squeeze you in.
3 or 4 guys sign up this year just so they could be at the conference and do what's called networking
Yeah.
with other successful investors, which might be a good idea since some of these guys are pulling down some serious coin.
Yeah,
You know, so
That's-
that's something to think about.
it's become one of the big benefits of being part of this
Yeah, it's
is this
huge.
community of
The
professional
networking,
real
it's
estate
just-
investors. You know, and the guys that come into our system know what they're doing, but they're all looking to rise to the next
Absolutely.
level, achieve the next objective with their growth of their business. And there's nothing. I know of no other group. I've seen some other like mastermind groups.
You know,
I saw one. I won't even
loosely
mention the
called
names.
Mastermind.
Yeah, these guys pay a whole lot of money to come and sit in a room and brag about stuff, and that's not what
God,
this
no,
is.
this
Because
is
those guys and those masterminds
world
do not want to
networking.
help you
No,
grow your business.
no.
In fact, they want to defeat you
They
in your market
absolutely-
because they're in
That's
your
right.
market.
And with that, right.
Right.
And that's the beauty is
Right.
you get an exclusive license with us. So if you
Yeah.
license the
Yeah,
county that
we're
you're
in.
in, you're in.
Can I just
You're
point
in,
out
and
that the one mastermind group I'm thinking of, people, what they pay to join that group, they could buy a pretty significant license inside of We Buy Houses that would actually generate business
Yeah.
for them.
And
instead
they
of
go there just to
instead
brag
of going
about,
and sitting in a room
"Oh, I
with
did this and that."
a bunch of guys who
You
think
know,
they're
it's
big
just
shots.
whatever.
So
Whatever.
yeah, that's
Great.
what
Good for
We Buy
them.
Houses is about. It's the
Yeah.
real deal. It's the
The real
professional real estate investors who have their own territories. They're
Right.
not competing against you and yours, and they're going to share information with you that will take you to the next level. If you want to be a part of that, be a part of WeBuyHouses.com. Hey, it's been a pleasure to spend some time with you.
This is
Went
awesome.
longer than we thought.
Well, we always
does.
do.
Love to talk.
Good.
Boom! We'll see you guys next
Got
week.
it.
Any